One morning I'm at the bubble, I hear something behind me. So when I turn around, I see D-Ray from 140th and Lenox getting off the elevator. So he's about to go to the side where Wayne was at. So I tell him to come to my side. So when he get over there, he tell me he got the bag. So he go to his cell to get it out. So he called me up there. He tell me the bag fell in the drain. So I look in the sink. I could see the bag is stuck in the drain. So we trying to get it out. We using all type of shit that we could to get it out. But it's stuck in the drain. So we can't use nothing to go under it because the bag is thick and and it's clogging the whole drain up. So I go tell the CO to call the plumbers. So mind you, the plumbers is civilians. So they wound up coming upstairs like 20 minutes later. So me and D-Ray, we step out the cell so they could go in there. So they in there for like 5 minutes before they get it out. So the civilian, he and D-Ray, the loony, and say, this is your problem. This was clogging your sink up. So we went to my cell, we rolled up mad sticks and got high. D-Ray had caught because he had came through for some bullshit. So he thought he was leaving. So he wound up going to court all high. He came back later on in the day and said he had to bail out. He was only in there for a couple days before he bailed out. But before he left the rest of the weed with me and a scalpel. So remember I told you I was doing SPA. I don't lock in. I walk around. I'm supposed to make sure nobody killing themselves. I'm supposed to walk around every 15 minutes, looking at everybody's cell, make sure nobody hanging up or trying to kill themselves. So Wayne, he had USB cords. It had videos, movies, porn. It had all type of shit on these USB cards. So we could put the USB in back of the TV and watch it. So it's like 4 in the morning. I'm out in the day room by myself. I'm watching porn on the TV, but I'm just chilling. I'm watching it. So it's cameras all in the house. So one of the cameras seen the TV screen. So they wound up calling a unit. But I don't know all this is going on. So I wound up walking to my cell, but the porn is still on TV. A female captain, she come in the crib and she go take the USB out the TV. So I'm asking her, can I get the USB back? Because it wasn't mine. But she like, yo, you ain't here supposed to be saving lives. You ain't here watching porn. So she leave without giving me the USB back. So Wayne had a couple of them. So he wound up sending another one over. So like a week later, we in the day room, we watching videos. Now it's during the day, so everybody out. I'm talking to another CO at the bubble. I don't see the captain coming off the elevator and she's coming to our unit. So when I turn around, because I heard the elevator, I seen her. So I tell niggas to take the USB out the TV, but they was too slow. So by the time she got to the unit, she saw the videos on the TV, so she knew it was a USB in the back of it. So she asked us to give her the USB. We ain't give it to her. So she like, I ain't going nowhere till I get the USB because I just saw videos on the TV. So we telling her niggas ain't got no USB. So she wound up taking a whole TV off the stand. So when she take the TV, it was an ape in the crib. He get all the homies riled up and he start telling them how we letting the 550 run the crib. He like, yo, this nigga up here doing everything. He get the TV took, ain't nobody saying nothing. So he's screaming in front of the captain while she up there still waiting for the USB. So I ain't saying nothing. He just making an announcement in front of the whole unit. Now, mind you, 550 mean you neutral. So it's me and my son Alfonso from 19th between 7th and St. Nick that's in the crib. Me and him is the only one that's neutral. I got 2 jobs and I'm the only one that's really running around. So he really talking about me. But I'm not saying nothing to the nigga because the captain is in the crib. The captain stood in the crib for like 45 minutes trying to get the USB. She never got it, so she wound up leaving. So when she left, the ape had went in his cell. So I go in his cell like 10 minutes later. When I go in there, the nigga laying in the bed with his shoes off and all that. So if that was me, I would have got out the bed immediately and I would have never had my shoes off or I'd have put them on as soon as I heard a nigga coming in. So he just laying in the bed. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, who the person you talking about? You keep saying 550s running around doing this and doing that, but you ain't saying no names. I'm like, there's only 2 people in here that's 550 that's doing something. So I'm like, yo, who you talking about? He said, yo, I was just making a general statement. I said, well, you making a general statement and it's referring to me because everything you saying, it sound like you talking about. So when I had went in his cell, I didn't tell Spank, Frost, or Al that I was going in there. I just went in there. So as I'm in there talking to him, Al came in there not knowing I was in there. Al came in there to holler at him too because he thought he was talking about him too because he was 550. So when he come in the room, he like, yo, I didn't even know you was in here, but I felt some type of way, so I was coming to holler at him too. So he tell Al he wasn't talking about neither one of us. So we left him in the cell and we just walked out. Now, the same nigga, it was another dude in the crib. He was saying this was his brother-in-law. It was another 8. He was messing with this dude that made the announcement, sister. So he had came in the crib and he was trying to get slot time on the phone, but he picked my time on the phone. So I told him I wasn't going for that, and he got to find another time or another phone. So he thought since he was blood that he was just going to take my slot because I was neutral. So a couple days go by, the little 8, he doing mad dumb shit. He wailing on the police. He just doing mad dumb shit that's making the crib hot. So I go back and holler at the 8 that I originally hollered at the first time that made the announcement over the TV. So I go tell him, holler at his little man because he making the crib hot. So he like, yo, he official, he gonna go. I said, just because he gonna go, don't make him official because he telling me son gonna pop no matter what. So I tell him, you don't got to be official to pop. He just a pop-off dummy. Niggas is sending him on missions to pop. Just because a nigga will pop on a nigga or a nigga caught a body or a nigga a violent nigga or whatever the nigga doing, that one thing don't make him official. What make you official is all around how you carry yourself, how you deal with your family, how you deal with your friends, and how you deal with the people around you. And your morals and principles is the most important thing. So it's not just one trait that make you official, because I know a whole bunch of niggas that killed niggas, and these niggas is straight bozos. So he tell me he gonna holler at the nigga. So he wound up pulling a nigga up. Son come and holler at me later on, like, yo, it's my fault. Big bro pulled me up. He told me I was moving funny, but he like, yo, I appreciate it. I don't know what C's told him, because I wasn't there for the conversation, but son stopped acting crazy after that. So a couple months go by now since we was fishing out the window the last time. So it's a whole new house. So it's me, Spank, Charlie Brim, I-20, and Frost. So Frost is telling I-20 how we used to be fishing out the window. So I-20, he like, let's do it again. So I had a lighter. You need a lighter, a newspaper, and we had a piece of metal. We'd light the newspaper so it's flames. We'd hold a flame to the plexiglass. Now the window was a plexiglass and then a real glass. So we got the flame to the plexiglass and we using a piece of metal that we got to carve the plexiglass out as it's melting. So as we doing that, the smoke is making the smoke detector go off. So the CO start doing rounds. So we had somebody outside the tier and we had them smoking or burning paper so the CO could think it was them when they walk by. So the CO doing rounds, she sees somebody burning paper. So she just tell him to put it out because it's making an alarm go off. But she don't know we in the cell and we burning a hole through this plexiglass. So as we was in there working on the window, the plexiglass, it shatters, like it cracked all through the glass. So we had to remove the whole plexi so it don't look suspect when they walk by and look at the windows. So we get the plexi out, we had to wrap it up in a blanket, put it in a bin, and we carry it to the garbage couple pieces at a time. So as we coming out the cell, everybody in the day room, they watching us and they know what's going on. Later on in the day, the shift changed. So it's a male CO working now. So I'm at the bubble talking to him so I could distract him. So as I'm talking to him, a lady come up with a bag of muffins and she asks for a canned tea. So the CO tell her he don't know where canned tea at. So she leave the bag of muffins on the desk and tell her CO to give it to him. So when she leave, she come back 5 minutes later with other COs. So they blitz the crib. Niggas got weed and scalpels on them. So niggas is moving around because we don't know what they trying to do. So niggas is trying to get rid of whatever they got on them. So when they blitz the crib, SR grabs a broom and sit on a day room table. Yo, we never seen this nigga sweep or nothing. So when he did all this, all his movements was suspect. So now me and Frost is in a bag. The COs is coming towards us. So we asked one of them why they came up there. So before he could answer, SR say they looking for a hole in the window. So when he say that, me and Frost, we look at each other and we look at him like, how you know what they came up here for? So the CO like, nah, he right. Somebody told the lady that it was a hole in the window. So they went to all the empty cells looking for the hole in the window, but it wasn't never in the empty cell. So they leave. A half hour later, they come back with more COs. Now they going to everybody's cell one by one. So it's a captain and it's 2 COs. When they get to the cell where the hole is at, we had a dude in there and we told him to play retarded. We had him put his sheets on the floor and we told him to lay on the floor and do not get up. Don't matter what they say. So the captain and the 2 COs is standing at his door. So me and Frost is trying to distract the captain. We telling him that the dude is slow. He been in his cell for 2 weeks. He never came out. He just been sleeping on the floor and he never moved from that spot. So the captain asks us, do he be eating? We like, yeah, but we got to bring the trays to his cell. So the CO is telling the captain that it ain't no hole in the window because he could see the window. So mind you, we got a line up and we got a little towel blocking where the hole is at. You could see most of the window. You just can't see where the hole is at if you standing by the door. So the captain is telling the dude to get up before he come in there. So they can't go in the cell with an inmate in the cell. So the dude is staying there. He's not moving. So the CO is telling the captain like, oh, Cap, I could see the window. The window is good. So he wound up convincing the captain that the window was good. They keep it moving. So the next morning when everybody get up, me, Frost, and Spank, we pull up the homies. Me and Frost tell our homies that we feel like SR is telling. So SR had went to court, so he wasn't there. So it was another ape. He like, yo, if you feel that way, wait till SR come back and you tell him. So Frost said, yo, I feel the same type of way because the lady bought him a bag of muffins. And when we asked the CO why they was up here, he responded before they did. So SR is at court. So the dude was from Manhattan that I was talking to. So we going back and forth. He started talking crazy. So I'm like, yo, if you want to fight, let's go in the cell. So we start walking towards the cell. He turned around like, I ain't going in the cell. If you want to fight, we could fight right here. So I like going in the cell because I like getting away. If you fight in the middle of the day room, the CO's right there. They going to spray you and y'all ain't going to be fighting long. If we go in the cell, we going to fight until niggas stop. So he wasn't trying to go in the cell. So I spin back. I go talk to Frost and Spank. So I'm telling them how niggas be bluffing niggas because they be mad deep. When niggas is one-on-one, niggas don't be wanting to fight or niggas don't be acting tough. Niggas only act tough when there's a group of them or there's a lot of their mans around. So SR come back from court. Son go tell SR that we was calling him a rat. So SR come holler at me and Frost. He come ask us did we call him rats. So we like, yeah, we called you a rat. We felt like the lady bought you a bag of muffins and you gave us some information. So he like, y'all want to get it on because y'all niggas calling me a rat. So Frost like, yo, who you want to fight first? So he like, yo, it don't matter. So Frost like, all right, I'm going to go in there. So him and Frost walk to the cell. 2 minutes later, Frost come out. He coming towards me. When he get to me, he like, yo, that nigga don't want to fight. He just want to talk. So SR come out the cell behind him. And he like, hello, let me holler at you. So I go in the cell. He like, yo, I don't want to fight you, big bro. Yo, we both from Harlem. We gonna see each other in the streets. But he like, yo, why you feel like I told? Because I'm like, yo, my nigga, that lady don't come up here with no extra nothing. For example, if it's 60 people in the house, she bringing 60 pieces of chicken up there. She not giving nobody no extra nothing. So he couldn't explain why she bought a big bag of muffins to him. So I wound up walking out the cell, going back to holler at Frost and Spank. So my son Boo from uptown was in the crib. He was about to go home. So we got the hole in the window now, but they know about it. So we got to hurry up and bust this move. So Boo was belling out this day. So me and Frost get a nigga some weed and we tell him to come back down here at 6:30 when it get dark. So Charlie Brim had his peoples meet up with Boo and they supposed to come down here together. So it's like 5:45. Me, Frost, and Spank is in my cell smoking weed. Frost is looking out the window. So he turned around. He like, yo, I think your man is out there with a shirling on. So I'm like, yo, it's too early. I told him to come down here at 6:30. So I go to the window. I see a nigga with a shirling on and it looked like Boo. So I go to the phone and I call him. I asked him where he was at. He told me that he was in front of the tombs, that he pulled up early, and that Charlie Brim Peoples is down there with him. So I tell him to wait till it get dark because there's still people moving around outside. So I called my son from Brooklyn. He had a half a pound for me, so I told him to be on deck just in case Boo wasn't going to pull up. But he said he was still pulling up anyway, so he was on his way. So it get dark, so I go call Boo and ask him is he ready. When I call him, he said it look funny outside that it's two COs standing on the corner and they look like they waiting for something. So I asked him what he want to do. He like, yo, fuck it, I ain't come all the way down here for nothing, we gonna try it. So I waited a couple more minutes, we tie the string onto the broomstick, we throw it out the window through the hole. So as Boo walk into the line, I see my son from Brooklyn driving in the block. So as Boo get to the line, the COs start chasing him and Charlie Brim Peoples. So my son keep it moving that was in the car. So I run to the phone and I call my son. I ask him what just happened. He like, yo, he saw Boo walking to the line and CO started chasing him, but they got out of there. So my son kept it moving too because he had a half a pound in the car and the situation was hot. So now they know where the hole is at. So they come upstairs, they lock the cell that the hole was in. And they lock us in. So the next day, they tell us we not coming out because it's security risk. So the security team, they come up there, they pack up me, Frost, and Charlie Brim. They said somebody told them that we was the ones responsible for putting a hole in the window. So they wound up sending all three of us to the island. So before this incident, it was another situation, so I'm going to take y'all back. I was on the visit floor. My uncle came to visit me. So I'm sitting on a visit. A person I know came on a visit. He spoke to me, gave me a pound. So the CO tell me I'm not supposed to be speaking to nobody on a visit. They ain't want inmates talking to each other on a visit. So another person come off that I knew, he say what's up, I say what's up. So it was an officer named Williams. He like, yo, White, you can't be talking on a visit. But he not telling them not to speak when they come on a visit. So if somebody speak to me, I'ma respond. I'm not going to not say nothing because the CO telling me not to say nothing. So if a person speak, I'm speaking back. So the third person I knew come on the visit and he say what's up to me, I say what's up back. Williams tell me to get up. So I tell him I'm not getting up. So my uncle, he like, yo, just go see what he want before it escalate. So I get up, I go to the back to see what he want. So now it's him and 5 other COs. So he talking crazy, telling me I'm not supposed to be talking on a visit. But I told him, you not giving niggas warnings when they come on the floor. You keep telling me these niggas is coming on the floor and they speaking to me first, so I'm responding. So he getting mad aggressive, but there's another CO standing between us, and he got his MK9 out. So I tell him, you only acting tough because you got COs with you. But I'm like, yo, when we be seeing y'all niggas in the town, because they be in the same clubs and the same lounges we be in, they be acting mad cool, want to buy niggas drinks. So I tell him, New York is small, you gonna see me again. So the next day, Wayne had a visit. Wayne going to visit, and he see Williams. So Williams tell Wayne, like, yo, I don't like that nigga that you punched in the face. So Wayne like, yo, who you talking about? He like, yo, the bald head nigga with the beard that's across from you. So he thought I was Killer. When Wayne punched Killer in the face, he thought that was me. So Wayne tell him, yo, I never punched him in the face. That's my man. So he also tell him, like, yo, nah, son is official. So Wayne went on his visit. While Wayne was on his visit, Williams looked me up. So when Wayne got off the visit, he telling Wayne, like, nah, I looked your man up. Son be playing with guns. So Wayne come upstairs and tell me the conversation he just had with Williams. So he like, yo, be on point because he going to try to put you on a trick bag. He said he's going to make you pop on him so he could go out on workers' comp and still get paid. So as me and Wayne having this conversation, Williams work on a visit and he the visit escort. So he pick up all the inmates from different units that got a visit. So as we talking, he's coming towards us and he like, yo, White, can I holler at you? So I'm like, what's good? He like, nah, Centron told me you a good dude, you his peoples. He like, yo, that shit that happened on the visit, that shit ain't about nothing. But he didn't tell me that they had suspended my visits without me knowing. So remember in part 1, I told you I knew the security captain. So I had my peoples reach out to her and she lifted suspension. So a week later, I wound up going on the floor again. My son Mitch Cash came to see me and he was bringing me the bag. So Williams see Mitch on a visit with me. Mitch was just in his building for a year and all the officers knew him. So when Williams see me and Mitch on a visit, he came over there. He like, yo, I ain't know you know Brown. My last name White, Mitch last name Brown. So I had got the bag. So now Williams is supposed to strip search me. But we in here, he just talking about Mitch the whole time. So I'm letting him talk so I could get away with this bag. So every visit after that, Williams never searched me because of Mitch Cash.